Hello everyone. Today we've got another match of AoE4. On the bottom-ish of the map, we got Corvinus. On the Chinese, and in the yellow up here at the top, we have the kid with Delhi. Now, these players are both ranked about the same elo. Oh, Corvinus almost fucked up, but he managed to do the correct drop-off. Now, this is a matchup that favors China, I will say. Because China loves to just put a Barbican here and then just boom up behind it and they will be completely fine. And then they get their Chuganu out and they are just chilling. But, I mean, the kid's the kid. Let's be real with ourselves. He's the kid. If anybody can do this matchup, it is the kid. Now, let's see. Is there anything going on? Core got 3 sheep. Where is Yellow Scout? Yellow only got 1 sheep. Now, this map, I'm not sure who it favors because the Delhi loves getting berries. They're like, berries, yum yum yum. Boar, no thank you. And this map has tons of berries. But China also likes berries. Or China doesn't really like berries, but any food sources they can get are actually, when you got the little IO boosting it, it's even better for the Chinese than it is for the Delhi. Even though the Delhi are getting 30% faster, you're 20% drop off, and that's about the same for China. Well, but this map is also closed, and so that means it's very easy to get just a couple short walls in, and you're completely safe. Now, normally you would think, oh, that's great for China, but Delhi, can get in some walls with, it's spears or archers or infantry, and you just wall in these sacred sites super easily. And then there's not much that China can do. This matchup, I remember back when I first started playing AoE4, like 2 years ago, I was a China main, and I actually struggled with this matchup. I actually struggled against Delhi for the longest time. I just didn't know what to do. I always thought Delhi was so bad, but I always lost to them. And so I guess they weren't that bad. But yeah, it's like I boom in my base, they get a huge army, and they kill me. I don't boom in my base, or I boom, but I also get a big army. They just go castle and kill me with castle stuff. I go castle, they kill me with their army. Felt like I was never doing the right thing. But of course, these guys are pros, so they probably know the right thing. So, Court not going for the forward Barbican because there's not really. It does secure the sacred site and the relic, but and like the big gold and stuff. But those aren't. I mean, the sacred site's important, but it's not really securing anything. While this one, you're getting a deer pack, you're getting a berry bush, you're getting a boar, and a second berry bush. That is like probably around 6-7k food. That will last probably until like the 15-minute mark, even if he's just gathering this. So that is not bad. Pretty high value. Alright, what age up? So we've got the Barbican on one side, the Tower of Victory on the other. This thing gives additional attack speed. Now, in one of the latest patches, it said this got nerfed to plus 15% instead of plus 20%. But they obviously did not update the actual text. Alright, how is the macro looking? Corvinus playing this very well. He's gonna get his IO up, and then he'll just be chilling. Oh, and this is cute. So he aggroed the boar, and then he just clicked on the boar to kill it. Now you can't do this with like a TC because you're just rallying your villagers actually when you click on it, but you can do it with the Barbican. And he kills it and then he just leaves. He's like, you're dead. That's cool. But he just leaves it. So that's interesting. Okay, so we have double blacksmith, which is about the greediest that a Delhi player will ever play. We're not going for a second TC here. This is also pretty interesting. He's just on the straggler trees, which means he's not generating any tax when you drop off at the TC. But not too much is going on yet. Let's see. No, he's just playing condensed. He still has these sheep, which, I mean, sheep gather at 0.75. So even if you boost that by 20, that's like an additional, that only goes up to like about 0.9. So that's still not as good as the boar, but you also have to take into consideration they're also dropping off a lot more. So they're generating more tax. And if you have a mill out all the way here, you're never getting that tax. So I guess it is more valuable to get these over here. One thing to keep in mind is I think he killed it too close to the Barbican, so you're not going to be able to get 8 vills on that. But, alright, we see the Ghazi Raiders, we see the archers coming out, and I assume... What is this? Okay, he's going to get the boar now. And he's got 8 spots. I don't think you're going to be able to get 8 vills on that boar though, Core. Goodness. Alright. And we're actually going out on the sacred site already. Does he have the upgrade? It's just finishing. That is impeccable time. As soon as the scholar gets on, he will basically have sanctity done. Very nice timing. He gets the walls up. And we've got spears, but Kid already has some archers out. Ooh. Alright, so we don't actually see Chuganu coming out yet. It is going to be Spear Horseman. Usually, only Night Sibs can make, Night Sibs and Molly with their jab throwers. Usually, they can only make the, China not going to Chuganu. But it looks like he's not going to be able to. And it's only 2 archers, so he might be able to kill that with just some spears. Yeah, he's just spamming out these spears. Is he? Yeah, he's supervising it. Right, he's supervising the archer range now. Yeah, and now it looks like that Corvinus is gonna get some good value in here. Yeah, and this Ghazi Raider might go down as well if he's not careful. But the kid is microing very hard. You gotta remember that this Spearman horsemen are supposed to counter this, except Kid has like 3 times the army value right here, so you probably should have just waited a bit more, if I'm being honest, because it is gonna, you just lost a bunch of army for basically free. I think he killed like 2 units. Okay, well that's another unit. You need to not be fighting here, though. Yeah. Okay, he pulls back. But that was almost kind of bad. What's the eco count right now? So China's up 6 vills, which is pretty nice. Or that's not 6 vills. That is So for some reason the IO's count is 2. So they might be at the same vill count actually. Right, but the Delhi is capturing 3rd sacred site, so right now it's going pretty good for Delhi. But China is not in a bad position. China's doubling down on this Spearman, Spearman Horseman. But we do see the archer range going in now. The Delhi player is also not making spears here. I guess he's like, the Chuganu are gonna come out soon. Like, surely he's not just gonna play Spearman Horseman forever. But yeah, like, you can't be fighting here. Or, like, your units are better, but he has twice the army value. Yeah, and Core is just losing units for free. It is not going great. See, if he had just, like, 6 minutes ago when he started producing, if he had just massed up in his base, then this army value would probably be equal, if not in the Chinese favor. And now the Chuganu start coming out. We don't even have spirits. Kid is just spamming out archers. And these archers are no joke. Are we seeing... Okay, we are seeing the +1. But this is actually kind of interesting because your army is basically all melee. You got like 2 Chuganus, but you don't have melee attack. Which, if... Okay, well... Core also didn't make melee or the kid also didn't make melee defense. Which, you know, usually you don't want to get, especially against China, because you need that range defense for when the Chuganu come out. But against... I feel like, you know, most of the time, you know, of course, you know, you always want to get ranged defense, ranged attack, but I feel like that means that sometimes people, even when it's the correct choice to get melee attack and melee defense, they don't really do it. Just because you default to that range attack, range defense. Alright, it looks like Corvinus is going to be taking up this sacred site. We don't see any gold for our Delhi, which means, yeah, we're seeing some scholars out here now. And now Core is playing so aggressive right now, and like, as China versus Delhi, this isn't really something you want to do. Yeah, what's our upgrades at? I can see up here. Oh, the fight's happening, so I should probably focus on the fight. Yeah, even with Tricom, Core's still not, or Kid's still not Tricom. So technically, especially when you have Chuganu and stuff, Corvinus is at the advantage. But if he loses more horsemen for free here, that's not going to be great for him. And and we see the spearmen just charging into the archers, of course, as you do. Okay, this could be good here, but this is actually a really good fight right now for Core. He just needs to make sure he's not firing at the horsemen with his Chuganu. He needs to actually be firing at the archers. Okay, this is good, but the army value is still not good. Like, the Ghazis are just good enough that they're basically countering the horsemen on their own. And the micro, let's be honest, the micro has not been good for Core at all. And yeah, he's gonna walk home in shame. Like, why do you keep pushing? You don't need to push. Like, as China, you're in a way better position. Like, the Delhi should be the one who's forced to push you. But that is not how it's happening. And I do want to reiterate, these players are obviously a lot better than me. Both of them sitting around 2k elo, but these Core, yeah, this just doesn't seem like what you're supposed to be doing. Okay, if we just need to see Core to play defensive. That's all he needs to do. Like, it's gonna be very hard. This is a huge amount of archers, but these archers become very bad as soon as both players hit castle, and like a single nest of bees invalidates all of them. So Corvinus is ahead because he has the because he has song. You know, he's producing the vills faster. Even with the 2 sacred sites, we can see the resources are pretty similar. Kid trying to get some raids off, but it's not really. Oh, and this is big. Can we see more walls? Yeah. Oh, but I don't know how much it's gonna do. But that does mean there's a bit more damage coming through on these. But that actually isn't even worth it. for Core, just because of all the idle time like they spent walking over there. But now Kid is on the Sacred Victory again, which means Corvinus is on the clock. If you push up here and you lose your army again, you know, you've had so many opportunities, Core, where you've been able to get back into the game. But if you do this again, then you are dead. Okay, we see, yeah. So, Kid is aging up and he's going into Mass Barracks and he's just going to try to end the game off of Mass Man-at-Arm. And let's see. How many scholars does he have? He has 12 scholars. Okay. Now, Compound of the Defender is a great landmark. I think it's a lot better than House of Wisdom. But when you have 12 scholars, you could totally go House of Wisdom and look for that Man-at-Arm upgrade and win the game off of that. Corvinus is nowhere near Castle, and he's going to try to push. He's going to try to get damage in, but I don't think he... Oh, actually, no. These vills are totally exposed here. He's going to get like 5 vills, probably. Yeah, that's a total surround. All those vills are dead. But Corvinus needs to get these kills, and then he needs to back up, which we have not seen him do all game. You need to back up here, Corvinus. You keep going in, but I swear, it's not going to work out well for you. Even just one Man-at-Arm just tips the fight so much in scale of the Delhi player. Oh, and we didn't even decap the Sacred Site. So that's not good either. Okay, how close to Castle? Core can already go Castle, or Corvinus can already go Castle, which is good for him. He invested in 4 more farms than he needed, and he never built them. Also, okay, we deleted the mill. I guess that's cool. But you need to go back to your base right now, man. How many Man-at-Arms? We're at 7 Man-at-Arms in this army. You can't fight that. Yeah, there you go. Head back home. Right. So one thing the Kid is not doing is he's not gathering the relics. He has 12 scholars. He could totally go around the map and pick up all the relics, but he's not really doing that. How fast are these blacksmith upgrades coming through? I mean, that's probably 2 minutes. Yeah. Even with 12 scholars. Okay, wait, no, he just got out. Okay, now he's gonna go pick up every single relic at once. That's good. Are we making a nest of bees? No, we're not. We don't have enough gold. We need that nest of bees. Like, one nest of bees, and like you can basically not die if you have a single nest of bees this channel. But we're gonna fight against these Man-at-Arms, and we don't have veterancies for anything. We have veterancy for the Chugnu, but that doesn't increase the damage against Man-at-Arms. Getting veterancy for the Horseman or the Spearman would. Yeah, and we still don't have a nest of bee in production. The macro just hasn't been great. We only had 6 vills on gold, and now we see Horsemen or Godzi Raiders going into the back line. But those didn't even do it. It was just the mass Man-at-Arm, and Corvinus did not have an answer in time. I think if he'd have just gathered, if he had put just a few more vills on gold and gotten one nest of bee out, this push would not have been able to kill him. It's kind of just that simple. But yeah, I don't see a way back in this game. I'm pretty sure Core is gonna surrender here in the next couple seconds. Yeah, the entire economy is idle. The entire the wood line is going for the gold, but the Man-at-Arms are gonna see this. And he's just chasing him all the way around the map. So, I mean, at this point, Corvinus should really just GG out. I don't know why he's sticking around. I mean, if we look at the army value, it is 73-3. And every single vill, or actually not these vills, but I don't know if you're going to do a 25 on gold. I guess Corvinus really just doesn't want to tap out here. But yeah, I mean, if someone could get something done, it would be Corvinus. You know, he does definitely has the fucking strats, but it's not looking good. When are you gonna tap out when you only have 10 builds left? I mean, Corvinus does have a bit of a bank. He is making units. You know, normally the TC doesn't do anything to Man-at-Arms, but we do have gunpowder slits, and so they are gonna be able to do a little bit of work. But I don't really know what Corvinus thinks he can do here. Like, the deli is just streaming across the map, and he still has a bunch of food. He is not going to be making any farms anytime soon. He's got all the relics. He's got a bunch of scholars to speed up his research. Yep, and there's the tap out. Oh. Yeah, I think Corvinus just, he got a bit too greedy there. Or he played too aggressive. The deli, right after feudal, they are able to just pump. Corvinus did not see that coming.